Let's start with a truth that is so profound, so powerful, it can change your entire life from this moment forward. This is a revelation from the spiritual master, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, and it's actually quite simple. You are not just a passenger in your own life. You are the creator. I want you to just let that sink in for a moment. This is probably the greatest news you could ever possibly hear. Why? Because if your body is your creation, that means no matter what damage it has, no matter what disease it's facing, you have the power to repair it, to heal it, to redesign your own health. And if your future is your creation, well, that means you hold the pen. You get to write whatever story you want. So, this brings us to the first huge insight. Life isn't some fixed, rigid thing that happens to you. Your body, your future, your inner world, your outer world, none of it is set in stone. It's all fluid, it's all responsive, and it's waiting for you to shape it. Imagine your reality is like water, ready to be molded into any shape. It's just waiting for the signals you send. Bhagavan teaches that your imagination and the deep core assumptions you hold about life, those are the tools you use to sculpt this reality. And understanding this is the key that unlocks everything else we're going to talk about. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how does this actually work? Is it magic? Well, our second revelation dives right into the mechanism. And no, it's not magic, it's a process. A lightning-fast process that happens in a micromillisecond. So quick, it feels absolutely instantaneous. So here's how it all happens. It begins with your core state of being, your consciousness. That consciousness then colors your perception of the world. Your perception, in turn, sends out signals all through your body. Those signals directly influence your biology. Your biology then drives your behavior. And finally, your behavior creates the outcome you experience. Now, it looks like a long list, but this entire chain reaction happens in a flash. Your inner world is constantly, instantly shaping your outer reality. The real key, then, is to understand who is doing the creating. See, you are not the ego, that little voice that goes up and down with your daily drama. You are the timeless energy field in which that ego plays. When you shift your focus from the ego to this deeper self, something awakens that Bhagavan calls the aware will, or pure intellect. This awakening literally installs a brand new, authentic identity, and from that place, your entire life can reorganize itself. And this leads us to a really crucial third revelation. You know, we spend so much of our time blaming the outside world for our problems. But what if the real obstacle isn't bad luck, or other people, or the economy? What if the true enemy is actually hiding deep inside of us? This right here is where the whole game changes. We think our problems come from bad luck, or maybe we just don't know enough, or it's somebody else's fault. But Bhagavan points to the real culprit, living unconsciously. It's about reacting to life on autopilot instead of consciously creating it. Just understanding this one thing shifts you from being a victim to being the one in the driver's seat. Let me tell you a quick story that just makes this so clear. There's this man at his office, and every single day he opens his lunchbox, he looks inside, gets this frustrated look on his face, and says, brinjal again. He complains and complains, but he eats it. And this goes on day after day. So finally, his friends get fed up and they ask him, look, if you hate it so much, why does your wife keep making it for you? And the man just replies, very calmly, oh, I'm not married. I cook it myself. And right there, that is a perfect picture of living unconsciously. We are so often the ones creating the very situations we complain about without even realizing it. So how does this unconscious state actually show up? Well, it usually has four main faces. First, there's that constant nagging self-talk that you're not even aware is happening. Second is that low-grade unconscious stress that's just always there. Third, it's holding on to a low identity based on all your past mistakes. And finally, making these fear-based predictions about what's going to happen and then calling it being realistic or intuition. Now, our fourth revelation is where things get really fascinating, because this is where ancient wisdom and modern science are shaking hands. It's the radical idea that your consciousness, not your genes, is the primary commander of your physical health. Think about it. Your body isn't just a sack of chemicals. It's a bioelectric miracle. You are made of about 50 trillion cells, and every single one of those cells is like a tiny 1.4-volt battery. You are, quite literally, a walking, talking power plant of organized energy. And your perception? It acts as the master switch that controls it all. And this isn't just some spiritual theory. It's cutting-edge science. There's a whole field called epigenetics, and it proves that your perception, your thoughts, your beliefs, your environment directly controls which of your genes get switched on or off. You can think of your genes like the blueprints for a house. Your consciousness is the architect who decides which parts of the blueprint actually get built. The implications of this are just staggering. According to research from the cell biologist Dr. Bruce Lipton, which Bhagavan often brings to light, a full 95% of cancer cases are not caused by bad genes. They're caused by these epigenetic signals, the messages our own perception sends to our cells. And it doesn't stop there. For diabetes, the number is even higher. A stunning 98% of cases are linked to these same signals. The message here could not be any clearer. You are not a victim of your heredity. You have a profound, incredible power to influence your own health. We see this power in action all the time, right? It's called the placebo effect. That's where a simple belief in a sugar pill can create real, measurable biological healing. And we see its dark twin, the nocebo effect, where a negative belief can cause real, measurable harm. This is undeniable scientific proof that your beliefs are not just idle thoughts, they are a powerful biological force. So this brings us to the fifth and most profound revelation of all. If our consciousness can control our biology to this amazing extent, what is its ultimate potential? Well, Bhagavan teaches that with true mastery of your inner world, you can influence the ultimate biological event, death itself. The ancient Hindu scriptures are actually filled with stories that demonstrate this incredible power. You have figures like Bhishma, who, through sheer force of will, chose the exact moment he would leave his body. Or there's the story of the young Nachiketa, who literally confronted the god of death and won the secret to immortality. And then there's the amazing Savitri, whose conscious power was so intense, she brought her husband back to life after he had already died. Okay, so the big question is, how do we get access to this incredible power in our own lives? This all sounds amazing, but what do we actually do? Well, our final revelation gives us the path, the practical steps you can take to activate this creative consciousness within you starting right now. The foundational practice, the starting point for all of this, is to become the Sakshi, which means the witness. All it means is that you learn to observe everything, your thoughts, your emotions, the chaos happening around you, but you do it without reacting. You just watch. It's in that quiet space of non-reaction that you connect with the source of your real power and peace. So the core message really is this: stop living on autopilot. When you're unconscious, it's like you franchise the design of your life out to your boss, to society, to your old habits. It is time to take back control. Become the conscious designer of your own life, moment by moment, choice by choice. An ancient text, the Brahma Sutras, puts it so perfectly. The man who sees is the one who designs what is seen. Your inner state of awareness, your ability to witness, is what actually creates the reality you experience. Seeing is creating. And this leaves us with one final powerful question that I want you to take with you. Just look at your life right now, your health, your career, your relationships. What problems are you trying so hard to fix on the outside, when the true cause and the true solution is actually waiting for you on the inside?